Hey all, thanks for joining me today. In this video, we're reviewing the SonicMax Slice 10 by SonicMax Labs. And yes, they have sent it off for me to review and obviously launch for the Kickstarter page. And I will be honest, they have reviewed this video before I've sent it to you, but nothing has been changed and all the thoughts and opinions are my own. Now, as we check out what's in the box, it does come with the instruction booklet, which is good to see and glad they did send one over. And we have the accessory box, which is always good to see as well. Now, the first thing to take out is 50. Yes, you heard me right. 50 included blades, and there are 5 different types, and I'll go through them later with you. Can't really send that many, but this will also come with the package when you get it. Also comes with the USB-C cable for charging, which is always great to see. And as we shake it out a bit more, we have the tools for changing those blades. Now it comes with the Allen key, the adapter, and some spare screws, which is always good to see as well. Now, the power plug that comes with it is an international power plug. I live in the UK, I can't use this, but I have reached out to them and they said I can use normal USB-Cs, and I have done that so far and it's worked absolutely fine. I've had this device for over a month of testing. Now, as we pick up the actual device itself, this is a lot bigger than I thought it would be, if I'm being honest. But it is not that heavy. It's sturdy, it's solidly built, it's nice and balanced. It's like a little hand over blade, and now you can see the blade there. But we'll get into a bit more deeper dive on how this thing's work, what it actually does, and how useful it is later on the video. There's the active cooling, there's a USB-C port. Now let's actually see what types of blades we get in this. Like I said, there are 50 blades that come with it, 10 of each type. There's 5. We start off with the chisel blade, which is great for carving, grooving, and controlled material removal for using wood, plastics, other things. We've got the narrow point blade, great for arcs, curves, and organic shapes, little round, smoother bits. Then we've got the mini chisel for smaller carving out, depending on what you're using. It's about 2 millimeters wide. And then we've got the fine point. These are for those intricate details, depending on what you're doing and what you're cutting with. It's great for that. And we've got the standard blade. It's a jack of all trades, good all-rounder blade, will work for a bit most of anything. Now, let's get into actually changing the blades. Like I said, there are 50 blades included, which I'm really impressed with. I thought just maybe because they sent it to me, that's good. But no, this is what you'll get. It's as simple as using the included Allen key, twisting the screw out, loosen up a little bit, popping out your blade. Be careful when doing so. Popping in the new one, and that is it. It's as quick as that. No stress, no mess, no fuss. It's all got to go in. And once you screw it together, that is it. Like I said, I was really impressed. They reached out to me, I reached out to them. I was really impressed with this blade, and I wanted to compare it. As you know, I've done other reviews as well for Sonic blades, ultrasonic cutters, and I wanted to see what this one had. Now, some of its unique features, which is really good to see. You can turn it on back right now. It comes with a super bright LED light, great for looking in the dark. It's so bright actually I could use it as a torch. I'm not going to because this is a blade, but it comes with a nice OLED display, which also shows you the power level, how much it's pushing, fan control, and all of that. And the best thing, it's got lift activate. So as I place it down, you can see the bars moving, it works. Place it down, it stops. It turns itself off. It's super, super great. And when I want to use it, it's got the active cooling system, so it keeps it going for longer. Lets me continue cutting and doing more things for longer, which is great. Now, how big is it? Now, if we put it on the scales here, it's about 495 pounds. I don't use that, but in ounces, about 7.93 ounces. And milliliters, we're not doing that because it's not liquid. And we move on to grams, about 225 grams, which is really good, not too heavy at all, or 0.25 kg, and doesn't feel like it. In terms of length, it's about 26.5 centimeters long, and in terms of width and girth, it's about 2 centimeters thick. So not too big, not too small, but just the right size. Now, what can it slice? There's no point of having an ultrasonic slicer cut if it can't cut anything. Now, I'm going to use PETG, silk, PLA, and PLA. These are the most common types of materials I use on a day-to-day basis. And I've printed off the support reference for MakerWorld. There'll be linked somewhere. But yeah, it cut through all the super finely. Now the main thing with ultrasonic cutters, as it's rotating and vibrating 40,000 times a second, it does produce heat. And my main thing was that I don't like the melting factor some of my ultrasonic cutters have. I have issues with them in the past. I've reviewed other ones you said before, and they do melt really easy. This just cuts super smoothly. If I hold it in one single place long enough, yes, it will heat up and melt the plastic. But as just cutting day-to-day normal bits, slicing through support material, shaping and designing, it cuts through it flawlessly, as you can see there. There's no issues, there's no stringing, there's no delay, and that's the really good heat dissipation it really works out on. And all the different types of materials, obviously, I'm trying to ASA, but it is what it is. Now let's go into that light. So if you were to cut in less than ideal situation in the darker room, the light is super bright. As you can see there, all the shadows, all the contours, everything just works really nicely. And I can see what I'm cutting, how I'm cutting, and what I'm doing, which, I can't complain with. And yes, it cuts through cardboard, so it's a sharp blade. I'm cutting there with power off. Now I turn it on, it cuts even smoother. Like it is a sharp blade. Let's not pretend that it's not going to cut it. Yes, it does, but with the blade turned on, it just cuts better, and that's what you're looking for with these ultrasonic cutters, to get finer, more benign movement. Now, cutting some wood, I use a wooden spoon. Without it turned on, it scores it, doesn't do much. But the moment I turn it on, there you go. Look, it is slicing like a hot knife through butter. These are a bit of scoring and scarring, which is wood, of course it's gonna burn. And that's that heat dissipation. Look, even with thicker wood, it cuts it. Now I wanted to test it. Can it engrave? And to my surprise, yes it did. It's like using a wood burner. It cut really fine. Whether that's intended its purpose or not, that's up to you, but it worked really clean. It was clear lines, I can't complain. My daughter popped in and said she needs something for school, so she gave me this cardboard. She needed the I don't know, whatever it is on the front, and it cut out with no problem. There was no sort of scorching marks. It was clean cuts. There wasn't any fraying, and this is perfect what she needs for her scrapbooking for school, so I can't complain on that front at all. Now, if you do EVA foam, you do more in-depth cosplay, more softer foam, I thought, let me try this out. I'm gonna cut out the snippers in this foam, and like I said, it's a sharp blade. I'm going to show you how sharp it is without the blade. Yes, it cuts. It's foam. It's going to cut with blade. It's a sharp blade. It works. It cuts. And I want to prove it, like it's not, oh, it's all magic. But when you turn it on, the cuts are so much cleaner. It's like it cauterizes as if it was a wound. Like it's clean cuts with no fraying. As I said before, it just does it really smoothly. I am no expert, so I am just cutting as I willy-nilly, trying to get angle, trying to do it at different angles so I can get like a scoop effect rather than just a straight down. And it wasn't a problem. It was just like, literally, like I said before, a hot knife through butter, no complaints at all. And that's what I really liked about this device. Now, it is bigger than some other devices, but I have quite large hands and it fit really well. So, you know, each to their own, but I can't complain with its quality, its build, and what it actually does. You can see it's really smooth. And that'll probably be my only sort of complaint about it. You know, it's just a lot larger than I expected, but with learning and with anything, you'll learn to use a tool and a device that suits your needs, and it will adapt to it, and you will adapt to it to the way it works with you. And that's completely up to you. Now, silly of me, I took my wife's AirPod Max case, and I thought, let me try it, because the only thing I had was leather. And to my surprise, it cut better than I thought. She will not appreciate it, but yep, there you go. It cuts smoothly. Knife through butter. Look at that, no problems, no complaints, not even any smoking or scorching. I turned it off just to show the comparison, and when it sort of bent, it didn't cut as nice as it did. The moment I turned it on, as you can see right now, slice through it, not a problem. And this is really thick. It's probably about like 2 to 3 millimeters thick. It's not a bit thicker. And it was no problem. Now, as you can see, it does adjust to what the material. You can see the sort of the power bar moving up and down, depending on how thick or how tough it will adjust. And that's the main thing. You don't have to change power settings. It will just adjust to what you're cutting and adapt to it, and it worked for us. And this is really thick, solid cardboard, and it just flew through it, which I'm surprised it even did. For this, there was no problem with it at all. I was really impressed with it. Now, the best thing about it does do pass-through charging, so you can use it while charging or charging it while using it, however you want to word it. That's a great thing, so I can keep using it, keep carrying on no matter what I do. So my battery's running low, plug it into the USB-C port and carry on. Now, one thing I did notice, the active cooling kicked in. The fan came on. As you can see there, it says the word fan. That shows you about the fan's on. And I could feel it, a slight rumble, but I couldn't hear it. Just to show you how quiet it is, and I'm not exaggerating, I'm going to close my mouth for a moment so you can hear it. Here we go. Yep, super quiet, can't complain at all. Now, if I'm going to say how to change the battery, it's as simple as it is. Use the provider Allen key, screw out the screws, twist, 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 twist. There's 4 screws in total. You take out, you put off the cap, the lid, whatever it is, and you take out the battery. Now, this is a 5,000 milliamp 21700 battery, available from many places online. Find it where you want, and it just makes it allowing to change quicker. Battery lasts about 70 minutes, a bit more depending on how you're using it, but you literally twist it and do it on. Now, if I'm going to give you a verdict, let's be honest, I like the product. I wouldn't be reviewing it if it was. Now, I like it so much, I'm using it on my daily driver. I've even made holders specifically for this device. That's how much I like it. I 3D printed and designed these. Will be available, links down below, so you can download it for free. I will not be charging, so if you get your SonicMax Slice 10 yourself, you can print yourself. Like I said, I like it so much. I made this stand holder so you can put it on your desk, take it out, take it. It is more difficult because I'm using one hand while I'm filming, but you should have found it a lot easier than I am. And I have my daily rotation of tools, and like I said, I like this so much. I'm so impressed with this, that this is literally going on my wall of daily tools. This is attached to my 3D printer. As you can see here, all my daily tools that I use regularly. This is been in regular use for over a month, and I use it almost daily, maybe every other day. But it's so easy to pick up and use. I cannot complain. In total, If this is something that you're interested in, I think it's worth getting. This, like a vending tool, it's not going to be for everybody, but if you need a cutter, you need the ultrasonic cutter, this is the one to get. With that being said and done, I'll catch you in the next video, and we'll see you soon. Let's go!